Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another in my series of meeting Disney princesses. I am really excited to be in EPCOT today. It's a little bit cloudy and gloomy, but I want to meet Belle. I have not yet met her and she is one of my favorite princesses from my childhood. I absolutely love the movie Beauty and the Beast, and as an adult I went on to love a very similar story called Phantom of the Opera. And it's just kind of been one of those stories that's followed me all of my life. I think it's beautiful. And I can't wait to meet the real Princess Belle here in EPCOT. So while we're here, we're going to look around for as much Belle merch as I can. I specifically like looking at pins, Disney pins, and coffee mugs, things like that. And we'll have a good time in EPCOT. We'll try to ride a ride and look for some hidden Mickeys and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's go have a very Belle day. While we head to France, I just wanted to check on Belle's pins. We've got her in the yellow dress there. Her and some of her princess friends. These classics. This really pretty one of her and the Beast. I like that one. That one's my favorite one I've seen yet, but the dress strap looks odd. That looks kind of green instead of yellow like it's supposed to be. Lumiere and the clock, whose name I still can't remember. Chip. And of course her profile pin there. All the princesses get a profile. Were these flowers always here? Am I just noticing these for the first time? I never did find the Van Gogh with the hidden Mickey here in France. I'm gonna make a loop through and see if I can see it. Here she comes. I'm so happy she's in the blue dress. Yay.
Hello everyone. Good morning. You would like it. Yeah, I know such a all the happy endings. Yes. These will be fun. So maybe, yes, maybe right here. Right here in the middle, okay? Where would you put it? That way you can see, and that way you can see your makeup, right? So we got it, right? Yeah.
Here, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful day in the channel.
I didn't have a lot to say to Belle. I didn't really know what to say to Belle. I just asked her about books. And she asked what book that I just recently finished reading. And it's been a while since I read a book. But the last book I read was a biography on Henry VIII. And she's like, oh, I like fairy tales. I like lighthearted stuff. Like, yeah, I need something lighthearted after that. That was pretty heavy. So she said, how about the story of Sleeping Beauty? She said, we really do need a library here, don't we? I said, where would you put it? And she said, well, she looked around World Showcase and she said, I think I'd put it right here where it has lots of windows where I can read and look out the window at all these beautiful flowers. And I was like, yep, perfect. That was my interaction with meeting Belle, and now let's go look for some Belle merchant. The Disney princesses wear contacts because when I met Alice, I was like, holy crap, there's no way her eyes are really that blue. They were just huge and blue, and they were so pretty. And then when I met Belle, her eyes were huge and like this sparkly golden brown. I mean, just huge. They have to wear contacts, right? Nobody's eyes, can you imagine having eyes that sparkly? Like, they really do go all out with the costumes, and I thought her blue dress was so much prettier, like a much richer blue than I was expecting, just based off the animated movie where it's kind of like a dusky cornflower blue. Her dress was like a vibrant, like cerulean crayon blue. It was beautiful. All right, I wanted to look for some Belle merch. I wanted to look specifically for some Belle coffee mugs. I know they're kind of hard to find. I really thought Disney had more like princess coffee mugs, but I have found in my princess series that not so much. We do have a chip, because of course we do. We'd have to have a chip coffee mug, but I thought there would be more like princesses represented in the merchandise, especially the coffee mugs. But I've been kind of disappointed to find out that's not really the case. But it's all right. Maybe those aren't high-selling items right now. I feel like Disney really does need a whole line of just princesses and favorite character coffee mugs, though. Still on the hunt for Belle. And look at this beautiful journal. Okay, let's take a better look at this. And her beautiful yellow ball gown, Beauty and the Beast. There's a rose. Oh no, there's artwork inside it. Uh-oh. Okay, so just a little bit. Like stained glass windows, like how they tell the story in the beginning. Oh, this is too pretty. That's gorgeous. You don't need to see the shadow of my head. Look at that. That is so pretty. Wow. Good job, Disney. Good job on this one. I want it, but I don't need it. I'm living out of a backpack. I definitely don't need another journal. All right, let's check out Belle's pens. We've got this one, which is super cute. It is a yellow. It reminds me of the stained glass as they told the story, so I do like that a lot. And is there any more Belle? Here's the Belle. The Profile series. This, I believe, is also from Belle. From Beauty and the Beast, silver. Here she is as a trio. I really wish I could ever find Belle, Ariel, and Pocahontas, my three favorites. I would absolutely buy that pen. Here's another journal too with a lot of my favorites. Ariel, Tangled, what's her name? Not Aurora. Put it on the screen, editing Julie. Cinderella, Belle. Oh, the mice, Tiana's frog, Lumiere, not Scuttle, Flounder. To be fair, I think I might like this journal even better. I know it's a little bit more childish, but that is cute. We've got this festival pop-up market, and look at this Belle with her hair undone. She's gorgeous. Living with the Land has a posted 20-minute wait, and I am totally fine with waiting that. All I remember about my hidden Mickeys that I have written down at home, and I forgot my notebook, is that somewhere where the shrimp lived, there's a hidden Mickey made out of like the wires or the tubes that the shrimp are in or around, and also there might be a hidden Mickey in the lettuce. I literally saw a hidden Mickey in here and I couldn't zoom in on it. I don't want to hold the line up. There's definitely at least one in here. Shoot, see if I can find another one.
Welcome to a voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, the diversity, the often surprising nature of living with the land.
I have some fun trivia about living with the land too.
Sudden changes are sweeping over the land. Approaches can may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life.
Living with the land was initially called Listen to the Land until a refurbishment in 1993.
Systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its total. Rainforests are also extremely rich in productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicine, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm.
I have some trivia about these buffalo. You'll have to read it from the screen, okay?
These animatronic buffaloes and prairie dogs were originally intended for the Magic Kingdom in a project called the Western River Expedition, which was going to be a boat ride through a river in the west. But this project ended up becoming replaced with Pirates of the Caribbean, and the animatronic animals went into storage until EPCOT was built.
Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
Like ladybugs and wasps to control pests. In the farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on salt water. In Japan, we're learning that by mixing leaves and other living materials into our soil, we can make farmland more fertile without the need for chemicals.
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish. But fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, EPCOT scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce powerful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the behind the scenes walking tour.
Living with the land is so fun. I really enjoyed that. It's a long ride. It sounds like it is pouring down rain outside. I saw two hidden Mickeys, one that I knew about, one I didn't expect, and I missed the third one. I did not see the hidden Mickey in the lettuce. It's pouring down rain and I don't really want to go outside yet. So I came over here to check out this pressed penny machine. Would you look at this? There's a Pocahontas. She is getting so hard to find. There's a Pocahontas right here. Let's see, Jiminy Cricket, Chip or Dale, I don't know which is which. Mowgli and the baby elephant that I love so much from the Jungle Book. Pocahontas, Lion King, Bambi. Oh man, this one's tempting. I don't collect pressed pennies, but my uncle does, so I like to get them for him. But I kind of want that one in him. Here, you want to see it? Oh, I don't think I can zoom in. It looks like that. Oh. I really like it. She's getting so hard to find. Well, it was raining when we met Alice. Now it's raining as we meet Belle, and that's going to end our series of meeting Disney princesses. I've now met all of my favorites except for Pocahontas, who I have tried repeatedly to find, and I can never find Pocahontas. She is eluding me. It'll say she's appearing in the park. I've actually gone to Animal Kingdom, and then she never appeared all day. So I haven't figured out how you meet Pocahontas, but this is the last in our series, and I think it's kind of funny that it rained on our first video and now it's going to rain for our last one. I've met all my favorite Disney princesses. I come from the generation where All girls are princesses. If you remember that movie, A Little Princess, they're all princesses to me. Florida weather, if you don't like it, you just wait 5 minutes and it'll be completely different. I waited 5 minutes and it went from a light drizzle to a downpour. Maybe in 5 more minutes, it'll be dry again. Okay everybody, I hope you enjoyed this last video in my princess series where we went to meet Princess Belle. I don't feel like it was the strongest video in my series because I really didn't know what to say to her, and there's just not as much Beauty and the Beast merch, at least not in EPCOT. I have a feeling if I was looking for Beauty and the Beast merch, I might do better in Magic Kingdom, but this is where Belle meets, and I had a really good time meeting her. I always feel so special when I have these cast member interactions. They are just on the ball. They know exactly what to say and how to keep the conversation going. It was really cute because I was actually second in line, and there were two little girls in front of me. One of them had on a little dress like she was going to meet Elsa from Frozen, and the other girl had on the yellow ball gown from Beauty and the Beast, and her name was actually Belle. I was talking to her parents in line. Her father said Beauty and the Beast was his favorite, so he named his firstborn daughter Belle. And he said that she's been going around the park confused because she thinks everybody loves her because her name is Belle. But as soon as that cast member that plays Belle came out, she saw that yellow dress immediately, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, I love your dress. Did you know I have one just like it?" The girl's like, "Of course I do. You're my favorite princess." So that was really cute. I had a good time meeting her. I couldn't do the France ride. I couldn't do Ratatouille. I can't wait that many minutes. But I did enjoy living with the land. It has been on my to-do list for a while. I've really wanted to catch those hidden Mickeys. I saw the shrimp one. I hope you were able to see it when I zoomed in on it. I thought I saw one other one, which I zoomed in on in the footage, but I can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. It looked like a hidden Mickey, but it was not on my list. And then I also saw the one in the coils between the little habitats where the shrimps live. So I had wrote down that it was inside the shrimp habitat. I guess it's that weird looking thing that looks kind of like a squished Mickey. But I didn't see the one made out of lettuce. So we'll have to ride it again some other day and see if we can find the lettuce one. All right, guys. I will see you another day in another adventure. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for coming along, and I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.